there, boys and girls of grade 5, and welcome to another English language lesson. I'm your teacher, Miss Melissa, and today we will be delving into another aspect of parts of speech. We will be looking at adverbs. However, let's look at this sentence. It says, Tom walked slowly down the street. The word slowly tells us how Tom walked. He could have walked in other ways, such as briskly, timidly, boldly, confidently, fearfully, and so on. Therefore, adverbs are words that tell us how actions are performed or how states of being exist. So, boys and girls, an adverb is a word that modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb. If you remember from our earlier lesson, we spoke about modifiers, and we said that adjectives are also modifiers. However, you must not be confused because adjectives modifies nouns and pronouns. Here, we are seeing that adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. So, adverbs therefore tell us more about a verb, an adjective, or another adverb. Adverbs add meanings to these other parts of speech. Let's take a look at how adverbs functions in various sentences. First up, Selma walked hurriedly to the parlor. The verb is walked. Which word tells us more about walked? Yes, the adverb hurriedly. It tells us how Selma walked. She walked hurriedly. Next example. Our puppies are very playful. Playful is the adjective. And we can ask ourselves, how playful are the puppies? Our answer would be very. And so, very is the adverb within that sentence. In the first example, hurriedly was modifying the verb walked. In this example, very is modifying the adjective playful. So let's go on to another example. Stephen walked too slowly and missed the bus. One of the adverbs in that sentence is the word slowly. But we can ask, how slowly did Stephen walk? Our answer would be too slowly. And so, too modifies the other adverb slowly. Remember we said that adverbs modify verbs, adjectives, and other adverbs. It must be noted that most adverbs end with the suffix ly. However, some do not. So let's take a look at some exercises. Here, we will select the most suitable adverb from the list to fill in the blank spaces in each sentence. Our words are soundly, recklessly, always, attentively, bitterly, and soon. Number 1. My mother sobbed something over the loss of her only boy child. Which of the adverbs is most suitable to complete that sentence? Definitely, boys and girls. The answer would be bitterly. My mother sobbed bitterly over the loss of her only boy child. Number 2. The children listened something to the newscast that night. Take a pick from the list to complete the sentence. Yes, you might have chosen attentively, and if you did, you are correct. So that sentence should read, the children listened attentively to the newscast that night. Next, the drunk driver drove his car, something causing harm to innocent bystanders. So, boys and girls, the most suitable adverb for that sentence would be recklessly. Yes, boys and girls, the most suitable answer for that sentence would be recklessly. The drunk driver drove his car recklessly, causing harm to innocent bystanders. Let's move on. Granddad will visit something from Grenada. Which is the most suitable adverb? Definitely, soon. Granddad will visit soon from Grenada. You will now take a minute to complete the other two sentences on your own. The baby slept something after a lullaby was sung to her, and Mrs. Cruz something prunes her rose bushes on Saturday mornings. Check in with those answers. You should have at number 5, the baby slept soundly after a lullaby was sung to her. And lastly, Mrs. Cruz always prunes her rose bushes on Saturday mornings. Great job. So let's move on. We want to now look at the types of adverbs. Adverbs usually answer to the questions when, where, and to what extent, dividing them into various types. The first type that we will look at is adverbs of manner. Adverbs of manner tell how an action is done. They tell us the way people do things and usually answer the question how. Take for example, the lizard crawled lazily to its feeding throat. How did the lizard crawl? Your answer would be lazily. And so lazily is the adverb within that sentence. Next, the parent shouted at the boy angrily. We might ask, how did the parent shout? And our answer would be angrily. Therefore, angrily is the adverb within that sentence. We walked carefully on the slippery road. How did we walk? Carefully. Carefully being an adverb of manner. Also, the girl writes her work well. How does the girl write? well. And so well in this sentence is an adverb. They walked fast around the savannah. How did they walk? Fast. Fast being an adverb of manner. So boys and girls, you can see from those examples that if we ask ourselves how in relation to the verb or other word use, we might be able to pick out the adverb. Other examples of adverbs of manner include laughingly, slowly, quickly, bravely, greedily, hardly, neatly, peacefully, playfully, and skillfully. Let's go on. Adverbs of time. Adverbs of time tell when an action is done. They tell us when someone does something or when something happens. They answer the question, when? I will see you soon. When will I see you? Soon. So soon is the adverb within that sentence. Eventually, the injured soldier succumbed to his injuries. When did the soldier succumb? Eventually. So, eventually is the adverb of time within that sentence. We attended the concert yesterday. When did we attend the concert? Our answer would be yesterday. Yesterday being the adverb in that sentence. Other adverbs of time include early, before, now, immediately, today, seldom, tomorrow, late, later, suddenly, already, and once. Let's go on, boys and girls. There are also adverbs of place. Adverbs of place tell where an action is done. They tell us place, direction, and distance, and they answer the question, where? Examples might include, it's cooler to stay inside on a hot day. Where is it cooler to stay? Inside. And so inside is the adverb in that sentence. We searched everywhere for the missing dog. Where did we search? And so everywhere is an adverb of place within that sentence. Other examples include here, there, in, nowhere, beside, together, outside, anywhere, somewhere, behind, below, up, down, overhead. All of these words indicate place, and so they are called adverbs of place. The last type of adverb that we want to look at is adverbs of degree. Adverbs of degree will tell to what extent, how much, and how far something is. For example, we were very late for school. To what extent were you late? Or how much were you late? And the answer would be very. And so very here is an adverb of degree. The young boy walked rather slowly up the steep hill. To what extent was the young boy's slowness? And we would say rather, because he was walking rather slowly. And so rather is the adverb of degree in that sentence. It tells us the extent. Other adverbs of degree include to, almost, only, quite, less, often, always, more, and most certainly. In most cases, adverbs of degree modifies other adverbs. So let's take a look at some exercises. Here, we'll apply our knowledge of the types of adverbs to this exercise. We will first identify the adverbs in each sentence, and then we'll state what kind of adverbs it is. Number 1. She hastily locked the front door. First, identify the adverb in the sentence and then state its type. Definitely, boys and girls, you might have identified hastily as your adverb, and that is correct. Also, hastily answers the question, how? And so, it is an adverb of manner. How did she lock the door? Hastily. So, hastily again is an adverb of manner. Next, my grandmother is almost deaf. What is the adverb and what is the type? Yes, boys and girls, the adverb within that sentence is almost. Almost tells us the extent of the grandmother's deafness. And so almost is the adverb and adverb of degree is the type. Next, they will go there in the morning. What is the adverb and its type? If you chose there, an adverb of place, you are definitely correct. Next, everyone is now concerned with the swine flu. What is the adverb and its type? Boys and girls, the answer would be now. Now tells us when, and therefore now is an adverb of time. Let's go on. The rivers flow rapidly down the stream. Go ahead and identify your adverb and its type. Great job! Rapidly is an adverb of manner since it tells us how the river flows. And lastly, they searched everywhere for the lost kitten. I know you can do it, so go ahead and choose your adverb and its type. Everywhere is our adverb within that sentence, and it tells us where, so therefore it's an adverb of degree. So boys and girls, let's look at some exercises in relation to forming adverbs. What we will do, we will replace the underlined words with a suitable adverb. Number 1. We received the newspaper every day. Our underlined word is every day. What one word, which is an adverb, can we use to replace every day? I will give you some time to think about it. Yes, every day can be replaced with the adverb daily. So our sentence would read, we received the newspaper daily. Next, The newlyweds laughed with happiness. What can we use to replace with happiness? Definitely, we can use the adverb happily. And so, our new sentence would read, the newlyweds laughed happily. Next, the starved beggar ate the food with greed. What adverb can we use to replace with greed? If you wrote greedily, you are correct. But remember, boys and girls, greedily is spelled Greedily. I will give you some time to do the last three independently. Have you been to the movies within recent times? What adverb can you use to replace within recent times? See me at once. You must replace at once with a suitable adverb. And lastly, the mother with her baby waited with great patience to see the doctor. You must find an adverb to replace with great patience. Let's check in with those answers. For the first one, you should have you been to the movies recently? Next, see me immediately. And lastly, the mother with her baby waited patiently to see the doctor. So, boys and girls, we have examined the formation of adverbs and the various types of adverbs in this lesson. But before we go, let's recap. We said that an adverb is a word that modifies a verb, adjective, or another adverb. Adverbs can therefore tell us more about a verb, adjective, or another adverb. We also said that the types of adverbs include adverbs of manner, adverbs of place, adverbs of time, and adverbs of degree. Adverbs can be formed in various ways, but the most common way is to add the suffix ly. And so, that's all for now, boys and girls of grade 5. I hope you totally understand the types of adverbs and their formation also. Do check pages 64 to 67 of the new Junior English Revised to complete further practice exercises on this topic. I can't wait to meet you again so that we can explore comparison of adverbs. Do stay safe until our next English language class.